Jaylen Duren gave Wemby everything he was looking for. And beyond anything, Jaylen Duren and Lil Ron Holland, came to play. We will be back. Let's look at the film. By the way, JB Bickerstaff, Karis LeVert isn't good.
He threw away a pass yesterday. We had a nip tuck game yesterday, and they ended up getting a steal. And he ended up picking up the ball. Ryan Hollins is running ahead of the field. Castle is literally standing right in front of him, and he throws the ball to try to throw it over Castle's head, and Castle steals it. And I'm thinking to myself, this is basketball 101. Castle is right in front of you. He knows you're going to try to throw the ball ahead. So instead of just either bouncing the pass to him or putting the ball on the floor and getting Castle in the air and throwing it to him, he just throws the ball right away. They end up getting the bucket, and that's a momentum builder for San Antonio. Right after they turned the basketball over, Karis LeVert, he didn't give me as good a minutes as I thought that he would give me with this Detroit team.
Yeah,
but on the Jaylen Duren, though,
disappointing.
I would like to speak less about Karis and more about Jaylen Duren.
Ox, do you remember last season? You and I had a conversation. We were talking about the Heat and the Heat in Sacramento, and I had said to you, watching Sabonis, I was like, "Can you imagine fighting with that dude all night? Like, damn! Like, if I'm a guard, all right, I got to get in there and I got to help my big man." I'm looking at Jaylen Duren, and he just looks like a clock puncher. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like a guy who I'm coming to work. Your ass better be ready to work too. And if you're not ready to work, I'm gonna kick your ass all over this floor. He's pushing women like don't let the box score fool you guys with the 21 and 17. I think the physicality definitely, Wemby had a problem with it. I do think that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you had to guess, how old would you think Jaylen Duren is? Just watching him.
He just looks like an adult.
About 25, 26.
Hell no.
He looks like
you think he's in the middle of his prime, whatever age that is.
29, 30, between 29 and 31. He just looks like an adult.
But he looked like that from the day. He looked like that from the day he entered the league. To be
Chill.
How old did you say?
He's 22.
34. I would think he's 34. As strong as that man is, that is not a boy. That's not a child. That's a
18,
man.
So,
yeah, he was a kid, Miles, when he showed up.
He came into the league at 18. So
well, he was a kid, but
he's still a kid.
But he looked grown from the moment he was in college. He looked grown. So
you would think that man got about a couple, like a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Ox, he hoop. Here comes Drench. Drench, understand me. Hey, Drench.
Oh, no.
Jaylen Duren hoop like he served, a nice little bit of
conversation. We were just on a conversation of dudes looking older than they are, and you popping them up.
Drench does not look older than what he is.
But
Jaylen Duren,
David Robinson, he went to the military or something.
No. He looked like he went somewhere else, Ox.
he definitely looked like he
Jaylen Duren looked like he got kids that are about to go to the military, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He definitely. But chill with you. To your point though, when you was talking about down there fighting with somebody all night and your guard looking like he got to come help you. If I'm fighting with Jaylen Duren, I'm gonna look at my guard like, "Hey, bro, you probably don't want to come down here." You know what I'm saying? You don't want none of this, but let me handle
with
this.
caution.
Yeah, you probably don't want to catch one of these elbows or shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You might want to stay out the jungle, but let us do this tonight.
Yes.
Like he really sets the tone for that team. 1, 2. Shout out to Jaylen Duren. Because he's much better than advertised. But in the box score, how Chill said, the box score does him no justice with what he does in the actual, flow of the game.
Mars, you think he better than Sengun?
Oh my God!
Look! Whoa! Stay right there, Drenchy.
Mars.
No comment. Shout out to that tweet, man.
Nah, Drench. Ask him one more time.
Mars, you think Jaylen Duren better than Sengun?
I think they're in different tiers.
Quick question for you, Mars. If you're looking at,
interpret that how you want. I think they're in different tiers.
If you're looking at Jaylen Duren and you're looking at Alperen Sengun, what's the difference between these two?
It's common sense.
One's a child.
No. Stay focused, Mars. Stay focused. You're not watching basketball. You haven't watched the Detroit Pistons very much, but you've seen a lot of the Houston Rockets. You watched the Detroit Pistons for the first time last night. What's the difference between that big kid in Detroit and the big kid in Houston? What's the difference?
Competence.
He's not trying to be, he not trying to be something he's not. I think that's
Thank you, Mars. Thank you,
He's not
Mars.
trying to be something he's not.
Which is
Jokic.
Cute.
I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. It's just Jaylen Duren, he knows his job, he knows his role, and he's perfected his role. And he doesn't act outside of himself. He doesn't hijack possessions. It's just, I'm going to set hard screens. I'm going to free up my guards. I'm going to roll hard. If you throw me a lob, I'm going to catch it and finish it every time. I got great hands. If you put a shot on the rim, I'm going to get an offensive rebound. If I don't get the offensive rebound, I'm at least going to battle with the big, make it difficult for him to get the rebound. I'm going to run the floor hard every time down. I'm going to clean the defensive glass. If I set a screen and catch it in the pocket, I'm going to get it in the short roll and make a quick decision. I don't need to hold and wait 4 seconds to decide what I'm going to do. I can also make a mid-range jumper if you need me to. Like, I do my job. Like, it's really that simple. I do my job. And I think that's why he's so impactful.
Drench,
I think that's the biggest difference.
Drench, what are you looking at when you see Sengun? Like, you just seen Jaylen Duren. Are you looking at Sengun going, why don't you play like that?
What?
Not really. I'm not looking at it saying that. I'm just looking at the better player when I look at Jaylen Duren. Like, I'm just looking at a better player. Like, Mars hit it right on the head. He's not trying to be something he's not, or they're not trying to make him something that he's not. Like, just because you're a big man and you can do a fancy pass don't mean you need to be Jokic. Like that's just the bottom line. Like, they see fair skin, they see overseas, they see big man, and they see Jokic for some reason because he can throw a behind the back pass.
Didn't you fight that, Pen? That's the first thing that they said when we saw him. That's the first thing. Baby Jokic. That was the first thing that they said.
At the end of the day,
wait a second.
Jaylen Duren did a behind the back pass last night.
But
all that passing to all that catching it here. I told you we don't need all that shit. I've been trying to tell you. Nobody need all that. Look, Jaylen Duren is a grown, red-blooded, carnivorous American. That's what
carnivorous mean.
Carnivore, meat,
a meat eater.
Eats meat.
That's how you say it, carnivorous?
He a predator.
It's two. Drench. It's two types of. Two types.
That's why
predator and prey.
Yo.
Jaylen Duren is a predator. He coming to hunt. That's what he's there for. That's it.
Mark,
he's just doing his job.
Did you see that play last night from Sengun where Reed Shepard ran a little action? Reed Shepard came off the little pick and roll and he hit Sengun right in that short roll, and then Sengun caught it and did his signature spin move and made it. Them the plays I be talking about right there. Them little short roll catch, quick action go.
When he does things quick, yeah, because he's got good footwork and balance. It's when he decides he wants to hold the ball and let the whole defense load up and then do some nonsense. That bothers me. If you get him the ball to attack quick, yeah, he's good. Like, I don't want to make it seem like I don't think Sengun has any good qualities. He does.
No,
I just think there's a lot of flaws, and I also think that Houston's offensive environment also doesn't help him. Do
you think adding KD kind of sped this all up? Like, do you think that if they had the same group from last year with Van Fleet, let's just say for the sake of
they had these problems last year, and I was kind of
right, and we're developing, right? We're getting better, right? We're getting better. So if we don't have KD and Van Fleet still on the crew, like the stuff that we see from Sengun, are we improving this season?
Of course, Sengun is very.
He improved.
Van Fleet is,
but I still think the flaws are still the flaws.
Most important.
What did he improve at this year?
No, wait a second. Sengun needs.
Oh no, this year I don't think he's really improved. So I'm just saying I think he would improve if. Thank God, I think he'd look better.
The whole team would look better with Freddie.
For sure.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. With a check, throw smoke, and the hoes go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.